Hello everybody, welcome to KSP. This is my first video ever on the topic of KSP. Honestly, just kind of winging it, no pun intended. We're going to be seeing a lot of wings and flight and rockets and probably some explosions. My name's Trevor. I have quite a few hours logged into KSP, and I've been seeing it going around a lot. A lot of people have had more interest in this game. It's been a resurgence since the Artemis missions, and I think Project Hail Mary probably has had a lot of influence on that as well. And I've seen a lot of new people getting into this game, which I think is awesome. Honestly, it's actually started to infiltrate my algorithms like Instagram and other platforms that I'm on, not necessarily just because I have an interest in it. I've had an interest in this for some time, but I'm just now starting to see the memes and everything. My daughter is performing a drum solo behind me. Hopefully that gets picked up. Anyways, we're going to go ahead. I was going to start a research career path just on my first attempt here. I think what I will name this station is Terrapin 1. 1 because I am a really big Grateful Dead fan, but also Terrapins. Terrapins are cute, right? And 1, well, not truthful. This is not my first Terrapin station, but for YouTube's sake, it is. So what I'll do is I'll name it Terrapin 1. So we got our science. And what's cool about science is everything here is pretty much updated. There's no financial, there's no limitation as far as that goes. I don't have to pay to unlock any part of the research and development. I don't really think there's really even much as far as like mission control. Yep, it's closed because, of course, there's no need for monies. We only need to get research, and the research will help us unlock this here skills tree. So I think for a lot of folks, once you beat the R&D, fill out the tree, is kind of when you beat the game. I mean, you can keep going because, of course, when you get all of these cool things, I mean, it just makes it even much more fun to launch certain projects, do certain things. A sense of pride of like, hey, I started from the bottom and now I'm here. I didn't start off in sandbox mode, which I don't really do sandbox. I think maybe once or twice I did as I was kind of learning the ropes. I mean, I definitely would recommend it. Not dogging on sandbox mode. I mean, that's fun. You just get your parts together and start flying. I think there is something cool to be said about I did the research and development and I unlocked the tree and, I'm still doing all this stuff. And probably even cooler with the actual career mode, which I got pretty far, like I said, in the last file I did. And yeah, I will definitely be circling back around to do that. But first of all, we're going to build some stuff. We're going to build some rockets and stuff, and we're going to launch some rockets. I do got mods. I do have both DLCs, so if things look different than what maybe you have, that might be it. I do use a lot of the same mods, graphical enhancements, and other stuff that you will see in like Matt Lown videos. Again, I'm heavily inspired by him. If you see any of my fabrications that look kind of familiar, probably would look similar to some of the stuff that maybe he's put together. And yeah, I really enjoy his videos. What are you doing watching me? Go watch some Matt Lown. He knows everything there is to know about these videos, about KSP, I mean. He's really a joy, funny. And also just, yeah, watching him build stuff is really cool. I really like to see the quality of work that he has. So what we'll do at first, I'm not, honestly, the most proficient or probably I would say better put, I'm not the most savvy when it comes to the efficiency. Like, I'm not a speedrunner. I just know what works for me and kind of getting the science, getting some research so we can buy some new things, or not necessarily buy, but upgrade some stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to slap mystery goo on our here capsule. We're going to do that. Looting, you go outside. Let the dog out. So you go outside. And I'm back. So like I was saying, what we're going to do is we're going to slap a mystery goo on this. I'm not seeing we have any much more science stuff. We will unlock some more stuff as we continue to go. That'll help us get even more science. So what we can get is science through our mystery goos and through EVA. And that will give us a surface sample. That'll also give us just a crew report on the landing pad. What some folks do is they go all around the whole KSP and just get different bits of science just from different spots, which you can do. I might do that as well. We'll see. But I'm going to swap out with my scientist, Mr. Bob Kerman, and we're going to put him on board, and then we're going to go ahead and launch. And we wait for this wonderful loading screen. But no, this is going to be fun. I've been really thinking about this lately, even before everything here with Artemis, everything with what NASA's been up to in SpaceX, which is all really cool stuff. I really had interest in thinking like, hey, you know what? It'd be kind of cool if I were to get into possibly making my own videos and stuff. So yeah. So we got 3 science from that. We can recover that. That's not a whole lot. But what we'll do is then we'll get a crew report. 1.5 science, that's not a lot. And again, I'm probably not doing this right. Maybe I should have launched it first. Maybe that would have got me faster science. Who knows? I think right now we're just trying to do what we can. Oh, I obscured the hatch. Well, that was bust. Let's try this again. Let's do this. Let's do this again. Let's go ahead and go back to vehicle assembly because I actually want to do this differently. I want to do this differently. Yes, that is too close to the hatch. Let's put that there. Let's strap a little. I don't have any fuel tanks. Little engine. Okay, yeah. I guess I forget just how much you don't have right at the beginning, huh? Okay, at least we got some wings. And then, yeah, we're going to have to bring it down. So let's check our staging, make sure we're not launching our chute at the same time as we blow our solid booster. All right, and then do we still have Mr. Bob in there? We do. Okay, cool. So we shouldn't be obscuring the hatch, and we should be able to bring it down. Electrical, we don't have anything here. Yeah, man, we do not have anything yet, which is the fun part of unlocking things. So, okay, let's go ahead and launch this now. We should now officially have a little bit more. The good thing about a pilot is that they can reset science experiments and they can collect them on EVA missions. So that's why I like having a scientist. Makes it a bit easier. So let's go ahead. We got it in SAS. And I think, yeah, I guess with research mode, even my pilot might... they have all these things here. It's been a long time, I guess, since I've just done research mode. Anyways, let's observe our mystery goo. Get that science. All right, we're gonna reset it. We're going to get our crew reports. We're gonna keep it, and then we're gonna EVA now that we are not obscured. EVA report, we're outside. Let's collect this goo. And then we're gonna keep it. And we're going to close it. We're going to reset it. And then we're going to get back in. Oh, I don't want to climb. I want to board. There we go. And then SAS. And then 3, 2, 1. Launch. Okay. We'll observe this mystery goo again. While at flight. Yep, don't want to overwrite crew reports. We'll keep it going. And we'll see where we're going. We have an apoapsis of 18. So not very high, but this is just a straight up and straight down type of a thing. What I could have done, which would probably have been the smartest thing to do right now, is angled it off and got some science from being in the ocean. But we'll just do that with the next flight. I don't have any restraints monetarily, so that kind of helps there. Speed this up a little bit. Stage the chute. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead. Let's see what happens. I don't want to EVA and fly off. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going too fast for EVA right now. But what I can probably do. I don't like. Oh no. All right, we're going to try this again. We're going to revert a flight. Okay, we're going to try that again. I swear I have quite a few hours in this game. I guess I should have considered that straight up and down would have been too harsh of atmospheric for that shoot. It would have tore apart. All right, we're going to try it again. We're going to angle it off into the ocean. So that way, not only are we going to get safe, we're not going to crash nosedive back into our landing pad. We're actually going to get some science from being in the ocean. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we're going to EVA. We're going to EVA reports. I don't know if I actually have the hops or jumps or climb and get back into this. If I had a ladder, I probably could, but I am not going to risk that and then not be able to get back into my space. So let's go ahead and restore it. Let's just go ahead and climb back aboard. We're going to angle off at a 90 into the ocean. All right. I kind of like to hit caps sometimes because it gives you a little bit more of that control when it comes to your roll and your yaw. But let's see what happens without it. Yeah, I'll be fine. We got SAS with a pilot. Not a pilot, but he's good as a pilot right now with our scientist. In other modes, you would not have all of those nodes there. You would just be flailing around like crazy. But we're over the ocean. We should be able to run some science, deploy a chute. We're at an angle. Hopefully we don't just nose bomb right back into oblivion. We're at apogee. EVA report. All right, we're good back in. All right. We could probably even collect that science while we're up here. Move data, restore. I'm getting back in. All right, so we are on a trajectory that's not going right back into the landing pad. Try and kill off some of this vertical up and down. Try and see if I can get some drag so I don't tear my chute. Okay, we're getting closer. Come on, chute. There we go. Woo! All right. Okay, this is going to be much better for us. All right, okay, we can speed it up a little bit. Set us gently down into this nice brisk water. Let's get down, let's get down. All right. I try to be careful with that because sometimes what happens is it glitches out and it thinks that it's hitting the the water at much higher speeds and then it'll actually explode. So we're gonna observe our mystery goo again. Right, we got that. Let's do a, did we do our crew report? We did. So let's go ahead and EVA. We are going to do an EVA report. We're going to take a surface sample. We're going to board again. And I think that's it for now. I might be missing something, but whatever. You know, again, I do have quite a bit of hours logged into this game, but there's going to be things I miss. There's going to be some things that people will see this, but hey, you know, you should have done that. You should have done it that way. And I'll listen. I'll see. I'm humble. I know where I mess up. I am just a humble Kerbal commander. All right, we got 43 science from that trip. Let's see if we can get anything from it. So, and again, arbitrarily, with the tech tree, the research tree, some people might say, hey, you know, maybe you should have selected that one. I'm just going to go with what I feel. I'm going to go by feel. I definitely want some engineering stuff that gives me some science. I can get some more thermometer readings. So that gives me a little bit more science that I can accrue. Decouplers are nice. I could stack some things. Heat shields are great. That's more science right there too with the barometer. We have some landing struts, which might come in handy for a future MUN landing. Basic rocketry, that gives me the swivel, that gives me some control with some gimbaling. Another solids booster. And then fuel tanks. So let's see. I don't have the liquid fuel. All I have right now still is my, I believe it's just the hammer. But I have enough science. I can get this and that. I don't really need to pick. But I mean, this is 20. I only have 18. That would have gotten me the Reliant and the Thumper and this fuel tank. So, I mean, I do have stuff to work with. So let's see if we can get some other science in whatever way we can. Let's go ahead and remove this. We now have a heat shield. That's too small. We got this one. All right. We're going to throw on our new science modules. Science. Okay. Yep. We have a thermometer and we have a barometer, which helps read atmospheric readings. Gets us some science that way. And then we'll throw this on here. We have these tanks. So I don't know what I want to try to do. If I want to get actual orbits, if that would be even responsible right now, I don't even know. Let's just say screw it. I mean, I'm sure I could probably get a lot of science if I were to get into an orbit. Again, a little bit arbitrary. I'm not the one to watch to be like, hey, you're going to get this much delta V to get to this place. I'm just going to be the one that goes by feel. And be like, yeah, that seems right. We don't need that amount of propellant. It's going to weigh us down. I do like the look of that. And we're going to do a swivel on you. This will be like a second stage. It probably still won't get us into orbit, but we'll see. We shall see. I got an idea. That's the only coupler we have. So we're just going to have to see. Do I have any aerodynamics? I only have basic fins. So the idea I have is going to be dumb, but we're just going to see how it works. It's not going to be aerodynamic whatsoever, but we're just going to try it. Let's see what some liquid engines. Or should I use the solid boosters? What should we do? Well, we can see what this looks like with our thrust to weight ratio. We'll see what happens. We're just having fun here, guys. And then once that decouples, I'll be left with that stage. So what I'll do is this. Okay, we got these guys going on. Yeah, these are just swivel engines. They're not really going to do a whole lot for me. And carrying all this fuel is going to be kind of a pain in the butt. So what I think I'll do is this. God, it's been like so long since I've just built just a regular booster. It's kind of weird. Okay, what we're going to do is this. Got these. They're going to help with our liftoff. They don't gimbal, so that means they're not going to give us any. I have SAS, but I don't know how far that's going to go. And I'll push those down so they're not blowing everything up. But what I'll do is I'll throw a swivel engine. I'll move these guys down so that they're very close to that. We'll see where that gets us. I don't know if, again, I'm going to see if that goes down even more. Okay. I don't know if that's going to do what I need it to do, but we shall see. I'm going to throw some wings on it. See if it keeps us from spiraling out of control. We got our science. We got our parachutes. It's so nice not having to worry about cost. I will say that too. We'll just name this our first orbit attempt. First orbit attempt. People watching this who are familiar with KSP are probably screaming like, you're not gonna, no, that's not gonna get you where you need to go. I don't have a decoupler on that. That would have been a nightmare. Okay, so we got a coupler on that. So let's see my staging. We got this and that, and then this will decouple, and then that will go, and then that'll decouple, and then I will get my chute. All right, so we got our science so far. We got that. I think we still have Mr. Bob on board. We got Bob on board. I mean, let's see. I mean, worst can happen is we don't make it orbit. We just crash back into Kerbin, and we'll survive it. I don't have to worry about the cost. In this world, we have unlimited resources for our rockets. So, might as well use it. So we shall see. See how we do. Oh. I didn't like that. I was not anticipating that. We are going to revert that back to the assembly. That was ridiculous. So what happened is this spazzed out, and I can only presume is because maybe I just dragged these down too far. So let's see if we can attach it this way. I do have my settings for auto strut. Is that gonna let me do any kind of auto strutting? I do like, oh, I like the way that looks. Any auto strut, or maybe I have to unlock struts before it lets me auto strut. Let's see if this. Okay, let's see what happens if we try this again. Let's see if it'll dance itself to death. Let's see if it'll dance itself to death again. All right, okay, we're not dancing to death this time. We got our orange stripes on it. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay, we're gonna dip to 90. Let's see what we're looking at. We got an apoapsis of... Okay, we're grooving. We're fighting the pressures, maybe a little too much. Okay, so we're just dragging this. Now we just have a ton of drag. Yeah, I don't know about this. We're gonna need to build a very, very long rocket for this to work. Okay, well, we'll start to get a nice horizontal path. I do not have wings on this part of it, so it's fighting me. Okay. Yeah, we're not hitting orbit, but we are getting pretty decent. We're going pretty fast. Clip. We're going pretty decent. We're going to line it here. We're going to get pretty far, but we're not going to get... Oh, shit. Well, there goes some of my science. I wasn't able to get that barometer. Fudge. Well, still have that. Let's go ahead and revert that. We're going to revert that. We're going to try that again. Let's give me another quick save. Not quick save. Another attempt. All right. Second attempt. Not including the dance of death. Not including the dance of death. We are on our way. Apoapsis of 15, 16, 17. So we're climbing. Again, I did not put wings on the second stage, so it's a little wonky. Kind of wants to go its own way. Alright, we're going to second stage it. I'm not going to do much controls just yet. Build that apoapsis. I did want to do maybe a quick barometer pressure data. Get some science. We're going to be going really fast. I think where I burnt up the last time is I was in a 2 fast in that. Maybe I could slow down a little bit too. That might help a little bit so I'm not burning everything up. So I went back a little bit. Wow, I am gonna be going way up high. Let me go ahead and, since my atmospheric, see if I can EVA here. Yeah, and I'm gonna collect this, take this data. We're gonna log it again. We're gonna take that data. Let's check some goo while we're here. Upper atmosphere, keep it. We're gonna collect it, remove that data. We're gonna restore it. Log the temp, and then take the data. Cool. And then we're going to do an EVA report. Cool. We're going to go back into our special little place here. Another thing I really appreciate about like watching Matt Lown videos is he's very methodical about making sure there's no space debris in any of his mission trips. And anytime I've ever ran a file and I click on the tracking station to look at debris, it's just litter everywhere, just completely scattered with just remnants of past attempts and missions and completely just everything is just torn apart and it's a minefield. So I really appreciate his efforts in cleanliness and space cleanliness. Granted, everything is so far away you would ever even notice there was much going around, but we know. So we're saying bye to the second stage booster there. It's going to crash back down to Kerbin. What's up, baby? What's the matter? Hi. Yeah. So here I sped up the footage. It's basically me just collecting data and science. Kind of turned the sound off a bit. Baby was getting a little bit fussy. Figured I'd give her some attention. So here I am doing that. Oh. Oh. All right, I got my whiny baby with me. So if you hear some baby noises, that's what it is. But we are descending. Our heat shield is doing its job. And we're going down. We collected everything from our science, so if they were to explode, which does not appear they're going to, it wouldn't be an issue. These mods are crazy, though. I do have whatever mod it is that simulates those booms, the sonic booms that we just heard there. So we're descending. We'll speed it up a little bit here, so we're not taking up too much time. But again, being mindful that I don't just crash it straight into the ocean, because the game does not like that. It tends to believe that you're just slamming into a hard surface. Well, here we go. Nice mission. Got some science. Could have really gotten some more science, depending on maybe the atmosphere I was in with the barometer, but it's hard when you're going that fast. And again, I am still... I can't say I'm new to this game. I just haven't played the research mode from the first part in a long time. So, if anything, this is a nice refresher for me. A nice refresher back to the roots, back to getting to the hang of it. Let's crash it into the ocean, see if I can get some temperature data, get some, maybe see if I do get a little bit more barometric readings and stuff. Oh, you're pressing buttons, Eliza. We're pressing buttons. Okay, we are landed. We are going in circles thanks to my 1-year-old. It's kind of nauseating. All right, we're logging pressure data. Oh, you're okay. All right. Okay. Observing mystery goo. Keep the experiment. We are gonna log our temperature. Okay, I guess it's gonna overwrite. Whatever. We are now... Oh, I should have gotten that. Is probably what it was. I don't know. Whatever. We're just going to recover the vessel. Am I still on a speed? There we go. Okay. There we go. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see what we got. Whoop. Do you like rockets, Eliza? Okay, we got 101 science from that. Awesome. Okay, so let's see what we can get with that. So 101 science. Let's definitely get some general rocketry. Gets us some more fuel tanks. Research that. Some stability. Definitely want some more aerodynamics. So we're going to get that. Eliza, what do you think? Basics. Ooh, what is this? Oh, it just looks different because maybe a mod I'm using. But the Stay Putnik. Some batteries important. Ooh, yes. We definitely want the Science Junior. That'll give us some science for sure. Some science storage. Eliza Faye. We'll go ahead and get that then. Or did you already select for me? What happened? What? Oh, it's just down there. Okay. What is an advanced rocketry again? I guess I should look in there. We got the Terrier engine in there. We have like some flare stuff I never actually used. The star shots, fuel tank adapters. I think that's with the making history. And then, okay, we'll go ahead and get some research stuff. I don't really need a lot of aviation things. Reaction wheels are good. Let's go ahead and do this guy. Basic science. All right, so we get some more science. I think with that, we can call it good for right now. Kid's getting antsy. But anyways, if this is the last part for right now, I think we'll go ahead and call it good. If not, I'll just edit this part out, keep it going. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll do some more KSP. And I am back. It's now a little bit later in the day. The kiddos are down, and I am now the only human that is awake right now. So there should be a little less interruptions there, as much as I love my little co-pilot. I'm glad that she is getting the much needed rest that she needs. So yeah, let's go ahead. We can jump back into this though. I think where we had left off, or where I had left off, we were thinking we were building something to get us in orbit. Got us some science, got a little bit more stuff. I do want to get into orbit. I think that would be awesome to see if we can actually do that. Let's see what we got here. Of course, we'll start off with this. Let's dump the monopropellant since that's just extra weight. Let's see. We got coupling. Now we got our radial decouplers, which help as well with the drag and weight factor a little bit. Of course, can't forget chutes. Ooh, yeah, we got a radial chutes as well. That's nice. Cool, cool. All right, so I need to put on a heat shield before I do anything with that. Okay, we got our heat shield. Got that. All right. So let's see. Let's put on, I guess I'm just trying to think of the second stage here. What's that going to look like? What engines do I got? Okay, I still got my swivel, which is going to be my second stage. Again, I'm just winging it. I'm not thinking too strategically here. I'm just trying to see what I can do. This might be some trial and error, but that is the way of Terrapin 1. Terrapin Station 1. We just kind of throw things at the wall and see what sticks here. It's kind of our whole thing. Alright. Gonna have a pretty decent... We'll use a Reliant here. Ooh, okay. And then it gives us a pretty decent thrust to weight ratio. Maybe that'll be our intercircular burn. I don't know. Again, all the Delta V. I should know these numbers. I've played this game long enough. Don't really know. So let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's do this instead. Let's do something else. Let's see how high we can get with just our Reliant couple radials. Put those bad boys on there, and then if I had the fuel lines, I'd be able to do a broccoli stage is what I'm going to do once we get to the bigger ships that would make it a little bit more fuel efficient. I'll be doing that. Let's do some swivels for some gimbaling. What do we got for wings? Okay, we got some bigger winglets. Okay, we got that. And then we have these dudes. Okay, what do we got going on here now? We got these guys. Let's make sure that you're going at the same time. We have a pretty decent thrust to weight ratio. How long I'm going to last with this fuel, don't know. That's going to burn up probably pretty fast. That's going to decouple. It's going to be kind of pointless. It's all going to kind of go at the same time, likely, if anything. Yeah. The point of those being decoupled is just not really, I don't know. Maybe just for appearances, but again, that's not really going to have to, it's not really going to come in handy to have that decoupled. I don't think it is, at least. So let's just attach them just like that. Where that would come in handy right now would probably be with a solid state booster. Solid state. I said solid state like a solid state drive. I am kind of sleepy, kind of tired. So since I put the little down, a little sleepy. So we got these here. Then we'll decouple. That guy will go. You see, I still feel like that might not be enough to get us into our entry stage. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do a whole nother circularization stage. And we'll do this as a swivel. Let's do it as a swivel. Kind of worried that's not going to give us the speed we need, but we shall see. Not necessarily even just the speed, but the thrust weight. We'll see. Maybe this will be successful. Maybe it'll be a catastrophe. Who knows? Then, okay, so we have that. Let's throw some science on this guy. Let's change the color on you. Let's do that, and then what do we got? Oh, we got a battery now. We can throw some comms on you. Throw comms. We'll throw this dude just to be safe. Why not? I'll put you here. Thermals we got. Ground, we don't need it. I think I'll put some more winglets higher up so I don't lose total control of this thing. As we get up there, we got service bay, coupling, structural, don't need. Okay. I think this will be good. And then yeah, let's just call this Orbiter 2. Orbiter 2. Save it, and we'll launch it. Who do we got flying you? Is it Jeb? Sorry, Jeb. I do want pilots to be our scientist. So I'm going to throw Bob in there. It's nothing against you, Jeb. You're not my science guy. Do I have the Science Junior? I should throw that on there too. And if that's the case, then you should probably go here. And then I can just get the science from you before I ditch ya. Science, yes, Science Junior. Don't want to forget that. That's going to get us a lot of science. That's going to get us what we want. So let's go ahead, strap the rest of our science onto it too. We don't need it to be in symmetry. Let's throw on our barometer. Put that on there. I know it's not aerodynamic. It's what it is. Let's put you here. Let's put you here. All right. Okay, so I think we got our sciences, we got our scientist, we got our mystery goo, barometer, temp. I think we good. If we forget anything, we'll soon find out. I got heat shield on this guy. Got, yeah, you're not lined up at the same time. I need you down here, sir. So you guys go off, and then when that stage is done, you go, you go. Let's just have it marked so that they'll just decouple and fire at the same time. There we go. Okay, well, let's see what happens. It's not sparking a whole lot of confidence, but, you know, I feel like either A, it's overkill, or B, it's totally underpowered. But we will soon find out. Maybe we'll strand him in orbit, and we'll have to send somebody else to save him. We shall see. Let us take flight. That I should probably got on my ground science before it hits launch. We'll keep it. I'll just collect it in a bit. Close. Let's arch to 90. Oh shoot, I am not liking that. I might need to start this launch over. It's fighting me. Alright, let's see if I can save it. Okay. Let's keep it there, see what happens. That was very efficient. Apoapsis is climbing. Not anywhere near orbit. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, we're scooting. We're boogieing. So let's see. Okay, our apoapsis is getting a bit further. We want to hit that 70 mark. I want to go above it, though. The thrust to weight ratio is pretty good. Okay, so we actually have a pretty good apoapsis. What I'm going to do, okay, is actually try and do some horizontal burn just to pick up some speed. Since I know I'm already going above what I need for my target orbit. Check the map. So yeah, this is my apoapsis. And yeah, it's pretty good. Let's actually see what happens. Because either A, this will go swimmingly, or I'm going to not have enough delta V left to do a retrograde burn to re-enter, or it's going to work out. We'll just have to see. So what you want to do is kind of line it up before you hit your apoapsis, so that we can kind of push it. You want to go in your prograde, and then do a burn. Kind of helps push that out a bit. Okay, that's that stage. Yeah, that is eating up so much fuel. No, we're doomed. We're not making it. I think. Let's see, maybe. Let me wait. I think if I wait to get over here, I might be able to squeeze out an orbit just by the skin of my teeth. Okay, let's check my delta V. Push this out, and we are in orbit. Okay, we have 130 meters per second. I could probably easily, yeah, I should be able to. We'll see. But hey, I mean, first launch, it was a doozy at the top, at the start of it. But hey, we have officially put ourselves into an orbit. That is pretty cool. What's this battery looking like? I know I threw a battery on you. Oh, good. We're good. Okay, so I'm not going to lose SAS. Let us go ahead and EVA and do some science-y stuff. So EVA. Okay, so I might try that again at some point. Maybe I guess that's a little bit more different science. Mr. Goo. Keep it. We'll collect this data, remove it, and then restore it. We'll conduct a material study. Okay, 25 science. We'll take it. Collect that data, remove it, restore it. Barometer, log pressure data. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing there either. But I'll still take it. Whatever. Take it. Take it. Take it. All right. And then let's warp over here. See if I get any other opportunities. So we're actually going to fly past the Space Center again. That's a Woomerang launch site. I don't know what that is. I honestly have not played really any at all with the new, well, it's not new, but with the Making History DLC. I've only really played a lot with the Breaking Ground because that's one everyone has always recommended. The only reason I really wanted the Making History, it was on sale, but also it has engine plates, and it's just really cool for like when people are trying to make like almost like a SpaceX Falcon 9 or like a Super Heavy. It makes it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing when you're trying to slap a bunch of swivels or reliance on the bottom of a booster. Okay, well, let's see. Let's do some space near Kerbin. We could do that. Let's see about doing another EVA, doing some more science. We're going to collect this data, keep it, restore it, observe it, sure, collect, remove, restore. Okay, I think we're getting a lot more science from this one, and we should probably get some more science, probably just from the fact that we're going to recover a vessel that was in Kerbin orbit, is my hope. Okay, am I going to get anything from you? Nope. Am I going to get anything from you? No. Okay, well, you know what? Still, it's something, and I'm proud of the fact that we were able to get this guy into an orbit. I really did wing that, and it seems to just kind of gotten us where we needed to go, albeit probably would have been more efficient had I done those burns a little bit more efficiently. Had I done a few things probably a bit better. Oh, I don't want to do a maneuver just yet. I guess for S's and G's, let's just see what it would look like if I were to, how much delta V I would need to retrograde. Oh yeah, no, I don't need that much to get back into Kerbin. Yeah, no, I'll be fine. Cool. Okay, well, let's get back home. Let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and go into here. We'll flip it into retrograde. And from there, we'll get back home. Now, we're probably not going to... Oh, there's another airfield. Yeah, no, we're probably not going to land right back. No, we're not. We're absolutely not going to make it back to Kerbin Space Center, but the Space Center. But we'll definitely get back home. So let's do that. We're flipped in retrograde. Let's hit the thrust. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, I guess I could have maybe. No, that's on the other side. Never mind. But still, we are moving along swimmingly. That was a very successful trip. We accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. I think I got all the science out of that before I dropped it off. I'm fairly certain. I got my chute deployed, and we did orbit. And we had just enough delta V to get us back to Kerbin surface. I think that is pretty sweet. So I'm just going to speed it up. And here we go. Heat shield's doing its job. You can see the mun floating back in the distance. Heating it up. Always doing its job well. It seems to be getting a little toasty. No, that's the goo. Let's rotate a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a quick maneuver so we don't burn. I mean, if we lost it, we lost it. I just don't want any explodies. I don't need any explodies on my way down. If I can keep this from getting explodey, that'd be amazing. We do not need things to blow up, preferably. Bob, you're coming home. All right. Okay, cool. And we killed off a bunch of speed. And we're still coming in pretty fast. Hopefully, as we keep coming in, keep dragging along our atmosphere, skipping along, and then those chutes will carry us the rest of the way. So let's see. Let's speed it up a bit now that we are out of harm's way with burning up in the atmosphere. We're slowing down. Hopefully the chute will be happy with that. should be. We are still going pretty fast. I think we'll be fine. I think it's going to be okay. If it was going to rip off, it would have ripped off by now. Let's go ahead. We can speed it up a little bit more. Okay, it didn't like that. What happened? Okay, no, just a bunch of the other ship blew up. Okay. All right, come on. You can open up at any time now. God. Okay, let's just go ahead. We can get it closer to the ground. Let's bring our boy home. I could probably do a surface sample since we're over here anyways. Maybe run some other science tests since I still have some science equipment. Get stuck in a tree while we're at it. Look at us hitting the ground at 6 meters per second. Boom. Nice. Okay, yep, let's do some science while we're here. Why not? So let's observe our Mr. Goo. Then some 3 science from that. That is do a pressure data. Okay, got some science from that. Let's log some temp. Got that. Let's do a quick EVA. Let's drop off here. Let's enjoy the nice curb surface. We got some nice grass, some nice wheats, some nice trees. Let's take a surface sample. Hey, we got some decent science from that. Looks like dirt. Okay, EVA reports, got some science, perfect. Let's get back into our humble little lander. Not even our lander, yeah, our lander, our pod. Recover it and get that nice science. And we're gonna get some stuff from the R&D, see what we can get. I am just floored that actually worked. I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised. I mean, I've played this game before, but like honestly, had that launch been 115, that's good. Had that launch been a little bit more efficient, a little bit less chaotic, and my burns a little bit more, you know, spaced appropriately, I probably could have squeezed out a little bit more delta V there. Probably would have been a little bit more, less, you know, on the verge of total failure. But hey, a win is a win. I will take it. We got him home. All right, so we have 115. Our next things are electronics. That's going to be pretty expensive for these guys over here. I don't really want those yet. Flight control, again, reaction wheels. This is another pod, some winglets. That helps a lot with stabilization. Aviation, I don't do a lot of aviation type stuff. I don't really, you know, in the spirit of unlocking the tree, I will definitely get to those, but not right now. General construction, that'll be nice to have extra crew. Struts are going to be great. Advanced rocketry, yes. I'm definitely going to want this stuff over here, so I'm definitely going to get this. Research that. Okay, so now at 70. Okay, so I still got plenty to grab. I'm not going to afford any of this stuff anyways. Let's just get the general construction and get that. Flight control. Nope, I broke. I can't get anything else. So, okay, let's go back. I guess in the world of science, I'm wondering what our next path will be. Because we went up to orbit. That went well. Better than expected on that first flight. And I guess, you know, checking out other biomes and stuff would definitely rack us up some science, but maybe we can try and do a little bit more inner solar system type things. Maybe we could try and do a flyby of the moon, the Mun, as it is in this game. Maybe we could do a flyby, Artemis style. Maybe we can try a Minmus flyby. Yeah, just anything to get us some science. That would be pretty cool. Don't know if I'm going to do that in this episode. Likely, probably not. But anyways, we'll do that in the next one. Thanks for hanging out for this first video, even though it might have been disorganized, jarbled, or whatever. But I really enjoy recording things. Gives me an excuse to break out the microphone, record some KSP. Gives me an excuse to play this game again. It's a fun game. If you haven't played it, definitely recommend it. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.